William was right that Harry cannot keep his goddamn mouth shut.
I don't think he's an asset to the family. I believe he's a threat.
Imagine this, Prince William, the guy we all thought was the calm big brother.
Good evening, Your Majesties. Good evening, Windsor.
Suddenly turns into the royal version of Thanos, snapping Harry and Meghan straight out of the monarchy.
Harry doesn't have intentions that are going to benefit the royal family.
No cape, no crown, just pure, I've had enough of your Netflix drama energy.
Harry is trying to create more problems between Prince William and King Charles, and I truly believe this.
For years, the palace tried to play nice. Oprah interviews, fine.
Did you make Kate cry?
No, the reverse happened.
Netflix doc, sure. Meghan's podcast where she compared royal life to basically prison with better hats? Okay, awkward, but we'll roll with it. But William? Oh no, he's done.
Going into the criticism of William for carrying out less numbers of engagements than his father. We don't need you, Prince Harry.
But apparently for me, that doesn't matter.
Man woke up one morning, looked at the chaos and said, delete account, blocked, restricted, bye.
Everything that Harry is trying to do only benefits Harry.
And here's the kicker. This isn't just about family tea anymore. William has cooked up a 3-step master plan so ruthless it makes Meghan's Hollywood agents sweat.
Trump is far more interested in getting close to William and Catherine than he is any other member of the royal family.
Step 1, strip the titles. Step 2, freeze them out like last week's leftovers. Step 3, erase them so hard that even Netflix search results start glitching.
Harry can't be trusted. He's always going to do something to cross that line.
But here's the wild part. This royal revenge arc didn't start with Harry's memoir or Meghan's podcasts. Nope, it all traces back to one moment everyone ignored: a royal wedding and a missing curtsy. And trust me, what happens after that? Absolute chaos.
Like, I curtsied as though I was like, pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty. Like, was that okay?
It's really quite sad.
If you thought Harry and Meghan were just living their best California life, sipping green juice and doing yoga, think again. These two basically turned the royal family into their personal content subscription service. And William, yeah, he noticed. First came the Netflix docuseries. Instead of a cozy behind the scenes, we got 6 episodes of The Crown Sussex edition. William and Kate were painted colder than the ice sculpture at a Windsor banquet, while Harry and Meghan served themselves as the victims of palace cruelty. Cue worldwide headlines and one very red-faced future king. Then there was the Spotify deal. Remember that one? Millions paid, one podcast series drop, and the execs practically roasted them on a live mic afterward. When the people paying you call you grifters, that's less a paycheck and more a warning sign. But the Oprah interview, that was the new. Allegations of racism, family conversations turned into primetime TV moments, and Meghan casually dropping bombs like she was auditioning for Real Housewives of Buckingham Palace.
I was doing an interview to offer them a platform to tell their story about why they left. And that was my number one intention, was just clarity on why did you leave. And so some of the things that were revealed in that interview came as a surprise to me, and those surprises are now referred to as bombshells.
The royal PR team nearly fainted, while William had to parade around insisting, we are very much not a racist family. Awkward. And finally, Harry's memoir Spare. Oh boy, private texts, family fights, and brotherly brawls sold like holiday stocking stuffers. William reportedly read those chapters and thought, bro, you really just published my temper like it's fan fiction? This wasn't just airing dirty laundry, it was monetizing the laundry cycle. But here's the kicker. The cracks in the royal wall started way earlier than this circus. Flashback to May 2018, the royal wedding. Millions glued to their TVs, trumpets blaring, horses polished, and the queen herself sitting there like the final boss of etiquette. Everything was timed to the second, every step rehearsed, every bow and curtsy mapped like a military operation. And then Meghan walked right past the queen without a curtsy. Zero, nada, not even a polite nod. The internet gasped. Royal watchers clutched their pearls. And William, he clocked it instantly. To him, that wasn't a slip, that was a message. See, in the monarchy, gestures matter. You don't just forget a curtsy. It's like forgetting to say cheers at a British pub. That's how bar fights start. Meghan's choice looked like a power move, and it sent shockwaves through the family. She wasn't bending to tradition. She was bending tradition to herself.
The feud between William and Harry is as bitter as ever.
From that moment, William allegedly saw the writing on the palace walls. He wasn't looking at a sister-in-law trying to fit in. He was looking at the first crack in a 1,000-year-old dynasty. Because if one duchess can shrug at the queen, what's next? Netflix documentaries about royal meltdowns? Oh wait, what looked like a tiny gesture in a fairy tale wedding was actually the opening scene of a royal horror movie. One skipped curtsy turned into skipped trust, skipped loyalty, and eventually skipped family dinners forever. And that one little bow, it kicked off a whole Hollywood versus heritage saga William would never forgive. What do you get when you mix royal crowns with Hollywood spotlights? A reality show nobody asked for, but Harry and Meghan gladly sold. After that infamous skipped curtsy, their pattern became crystal clear. Instead of building a life rooted in duty, they built a brand rooted in deals. Every time the palace hoped for silence, another camera crew showed up. Every pause in drama was just the trailer for the next big reveal. Take the endless interviews. Not short answers, not polite updates, but full-on confessionals that painted royal life as a survival story.
She decided she didn't want to be a real princess because to be a real princess involves duty and responsibility, caring about other people. And so she just wanted to be a pretend princess in Hollywood, so she split her husband off from his royal family and then inked a $1 zillion deal with a bunch of media companies, and then all her projects flopped.
Then came the podcasts, which turned family tensions into episodes ready for binge listening. And finally, the memoir, which had more plot twists than a soap opera marathon. Inside the palace, jaws dropped. Suddenly, a casual chat over tea wasn't harmless anymore. It was potential material for Meghan's next media project. William realized he wasn't dealing with family anymore. He was dealing with a franchise, and every episode had a price tag. For the royals, loyalty is sacred. For Harry and Meghan, loyalty started to look negotiable. William's frustration turned into strategy the moment he realized his brother had flipped the script. Literally, because once the monarchy was treated like primetime content, William stopped playing defense and started planning an offensive that would shock even the king. Forget family therapy. The royals don't do group hugs. They do secret summits in Scottish castles. When the drama reached boiling point, the palace couldn't keep sweeping it under the royal carpet. So Balmoral was chosen, the quiet, stone-walled fortress where tough decisions get made. This wasn't just another family chat over scones. It was a closed-door war council. Picture it: Charles, Camilla, William, and Kate. No aides, no leaks, just 4 royals sitting down with one goal: figure out Harry's permanent status once and for all. The air was colder than the Scottish Highlands outside. Nobody smiled, nobody small talk. William reportedly walked in like a man who'd already made up his mind. Half in, half out, not anymore.
William at one point within 7 miles of his brother, so near and yet so far, refusing to see him.
This wasn't about emotions anymore. It was about survival. The monarchy couldn't keep dealing with surprise interviews, tell-all deals, and constant anonymous sources spilling family tea. Balmoral became the stage where William made it clear enough was enough. Charles had always leaned softer, hoping for reconciliation. Kate, the eternal mediator, felt torn between brotherly peace and protecting the crown. But William, he was done playing the nice sibling. His energy screamed, "This is business, not brotherhood." And when William laid out his plan, it wasn't a suggestion. It was a royal ultimatum that shocked even Charles. If you thought William was just the boring, serious one, think again. The man rolled into Balmoral with a PowerPoint in his head titled "How to Delete My Brother in 3 Easy Steps." Step 1, strip. Take away the shiny Duke and Duchess titles and the fancy HRH styling. Without those letters, Meghan and Harry go from royal icons to just another celebrity couple in California. It's like taking the Wi-Fi out of a smart house. Suddenly, it's just walls. Step 2, no more special access to palaces, no freebie funds, no cushy invites to royal events. If Harry pops back to the UK, he'll be treated like a tourist in line for Big Ben photos, not a prince coming home. Step 3, erase. This is the coldest move of all. William's plan wasn't to slam the door loudly, it was to starve the Sussex brand of oxygen. No drama, no headlines, no press. Let them fade into background noise until Hollywood realizes the royal mystique has an expiration date. The brilliance? William wasn't swinging a sword, he was pulling the plug. Quiet, calculated, and devastating.
They know that once King William is King William, that they're done, that they're completely cut off.
But here's the twist. While the plan targeted Harry, the one who stood to lose the most was Meghan. Meghan wanted Hollywood sparkle, but William's plan turned that spotlight into a flickering light bulb. Her podcast Archetypes canceled faster than a bad Netflix pilot. The numbers on their docuseries, big at first, but fizzled when the novelty wore off. And those corporate deals that once rolled in like royal carriages, suddenly they looked more like stalled Uber rides. Without the Duchess status stamped on her name, Meghan's negotiating power in Hollywood shrank overnight. Titles weren't just ceremonial, they were branding gold. But the palace didn't stop there. They locked the royal diary like Fort Knox. When Harry scheduled a charity visit in Britain, there was zero family interaction. No tea with Granny, no friendly photo ops, no moments Meghan could spin into another headline. Every door was closed, every handshake withheld. The message was clear, access denied. And poor Kate, once the family's unofficial referee, she was caught in the middle. She reportedly wanted peace, but she also knew the monarchy couldn't afford another Netflix sequel featuring private Windsor drama. Standing by William meant protecting the institution, even if it meant icing out her brother-in-law. The fallout hit Meghan hardest. Without royal perks, her Hollywood pitch went from modern duchess to former royal spouse. And in an industry that loves shiny titles, that downgrade hurt more than any tabloid headline. Charles used to be the king of let's all get along, but now he's basically William's hype man with a crown.
Yes, they met. Yes, that was against William's wishes, but there was no sense that I'm getting that Charles laid out the red carpet for Harry.
For years, Charles played the gentle diplomat. He gave Harry second chances, ignored Meghan's interviews, and hoped time would patch the wounds. But after Balmoral, the tide officially turned. Charles sided with William. No hesitation, no soft handshakes, just full-on agreement that the monarchy monarchy couldn't survive another Netflix special. This was monumental. When the king himself stops trying to fix family drama, you know the gloves are off. It wasn't just about repairing relationships anymore. It was about preserving the image of a 1,000-year-old institution. William wasn't the rebellious younger brother here. He was the enforcer. And Charles, he gave the green light. From then on, Harry and Meghan weren't working royals. They weren't even semi-royals. They were private citizens with celebrity baggage. Every door in the palace was shut tight, and the message couldn't have been louder. The monarchy comes first, even if it means erasing family ties. And that's the legacy William is building. To some, he's a cold strategist, ready to cut off his own blood for the throne. To others, he's the guardian keeping centuries of tradition from collapsing into a reality TV circus. The real question now isn't whether Harry and Meghan will fade. It's whether William will be remembered as the monarchy's savior or its most ruthless executioner. And just like that, the royal family feud went from awkward family dinners to full-blown palace warfare.
Harry is really deep in trouble at the moment, even financially. I mean, we know that Meghan's Jam failed to sell out. Her season 2 of her cooking show was an absolute disaster.
William isn't just the patient older brother anymore. He's the iron wall guarding the throne. Charles, once the eternal peacemaker, now stands firmly behind him. Meghan's brand is wobbling. Harry's access is frozen, and the monarchy has slammed the gates shut tighter than Buckingham Palace during tourist season. So what happens next? Do Harry and Meghan reinvent themselves without royal glitter, or do they slowly drift into the where are they now category of celebrity culture? Either way, William's plan has flipped the script. The question left hanging: did he save the monarchy or sacrifice his family in the process? And if you think this was ruthless, wait until you hear the shocking demand Harry made to his father that left everyone stunned. I covered it in my last video, and trust me, it explains exactly why William isn't playing nice anymore. Go check that one out right after this. This is Star Spotlight, where the crown meets the chaos, and we shine the brightest light on the stories they don't want you to see. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and never stop watching the drama unfold.